Hello, everyone. My name is Elizabeth Manns, and I'd like to welcome you to the April 4th Coalition Show. This is the April 28th, 2025 edition of the show. The Coalition's mission statement is we are for workers' rights and collective bargaining rights and are against tax breaks for the rich and corporations who ship our jobs overseas. We support all the articles of the Human Declaration, but as is our custom, we put the emphasis on Article 23 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Dick?
And I'll do number 1. Everyone has the right to work, to free choice of employment, to just and favorable conditions of work, and protection against unemployment.
Number 2, everyone without any discrimination has the right to equal pay for equal work.
Number 3, everyone who works has the right to just and favorable remuneration, which is any form of compensation, ensuring for himself or herself and his or her family an existence worthy of human dignity and supplemented, if necessary, by other means of social protection. Michael?
What one?
Number 4. We're going to flip you right on over to number 4. There you go.
Everyone has the right to form and join trade unions for the protection of his or her interests.
Excellent, Michael. Thank you. As is our custom, we'd like to thank the program director of WMNB for airing the audio portions of our show on Friday at 6 p.m. and also to the Northern Berkshire Community Television Corporation staff, Matthew Tucker, Nicole A. Brown, and Joanne Hurlbert for their invaluable assistance in producing this show. Dick, Saturday there was a protest, wasn't there?
Yeah, well, I've been getting involved with that Greylock Together group. You can find them on Facebook, and Eileen Gloucester has a group that she sort of part of Greylock Together, but the North Adams branch, and she called for an action in front of City Hall from 1:15 to 2:15, and we marched down in front of the Social Security office, and we held signs like that one that we have over there, hands off Social Security, and we did another one, hands off Head Start, you know, and then there's going to be another demonstration or rally on the Indivisible group is mobilizing May Day, National Day of Action, and on Saturday, May 3rd from 12 to 1 p.m. and to Field Park in Williamstown. There'll be special guest speakers for immigrants' rights and labor and workers' rights. Fernando Leonardo. Then there's Fernando Leo and Senator Paul Mark. And also we're going to have members representing the Nurses Union and the Central Berkshire Labor Council, Mr. Morrison. And there's going to be local musicians too.
Right.
So, and then in Pittsfield, there's going to be a march that day from Saturday, May 3rd to noon to 3:30. And they'll begin at RNV on East Street and go onward to Park Square for the rally. And so we're advocating for workers' rights. Thank you very much. We're focused on workers' rights, but workers' rights, as we point out, is a part of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And right now, when we're in a constitutional crisis, when we're in a crisis where we're treating people as others, we have to re-emphasize that human rights and what they are. So we're going to show a number of videos. And first one is, what is human rights? Let's watch that video.
Human rights. What are human rights? Human rights are the fundamental freedoms and protections that belong to every single one of us, regardless of race, gender, sexuality, religion, or beliefs. Rights are about being treated and treating others fairly and ensuring everyone can make choices about their own lives. They're about justice, freedom, and equality. Here's a quick breakdown of your rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights states that all humans are born free and equal in dignity and in rights. They're endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of kinship, which means that no matter who you are, the very fact that you're a human being grants you these rights. Your life is your life, and it cannot be unjustly taken from you just because some people don't like you and that is regardless of what nationality you are, cultural background, religion, or political views. You may not be forced into slavery, and you're not required to follow any social obligations, constraints, or restrictions others might feel you have due to your race, sex, gender identity, or sexual orientation. You have the right to start a family and own property, and nobody can say that you can't. If you become sick, you have the right to healthcare. You also have the right to education and any other necessary social services, such as disability care, for example. No person or entity can ever take these rights away from you. If your government infringes on any of these rights, you have the right to seek asylum and refuge in another nation. At work, you have the right to fair working conditions, fair and equal pay, and the right to join and form trade unions to protect your interests. You also have the right to rest and leisure, including holidays. If you have a run-in with the law, you may not be subjected to any cruel or unusual punishment, and you cannot be punished before first being proven guilty in a court of law. If you feel a law is unjust, you have the right to protest, making phone calls, writing to your leaders, or by peacefully taking it to the streets. These rights are there to protect you and your loved ones. They also exist to protect your neighbours, your friends, your rivals, and even people whose opinions or lifestyles you don't agree with. These are some of your human rights, yours and everyone else's. Together, we can protect them. When we do, all our lives are better and we create a better world for everyone.
Well, I thank Amnesty International for that.
one.
Do you like that one? You think we should just go right into the next one? And-
I would.
Sure.
Yeah,
Just
let's
go
go
and
right
then we
into the
can
next.
comment.
Yeah.
The Universal Declaration of Human Rights is a blueprint for a better future, a guiding light. It represents a powerful unifying force for equality, social progress, justice, and respect. But the journey towards human rights is not a path that was completed in 1948 or when Nelson Mandela walked free. It is an ongoing quest that requires each of us to be torchbearers of change. It is a call to action that transcends borders, cultures, and beliefs. As we celebrate the 75th anniversary of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, let us remember that it is not just a historical document, but a living testament to our shared humanity, a timeless guide. In its spirit, let us forge a path of hope, unity, and justice, lighting the way for generations to come.
Thank you.
Dave.
We have one more on Universal Declaration, one more video. It's a little bit longer, but we want to show it. It gives a little bit of the history of it. So let's take a look.
Where, after all, do universal human rights begin?
After World War II, it was clear that the horrors of the war should never be allowed to occur again. Founded in 1945, the United Nations sought to prevent future atrocities by affirming, in its foundational charter, faith in fundamental human rights, the dignity and worth of the human person, and a commitment to promote better standards of life in larger freedom. In the years that followed, member states of the United Nations strived to develop the human rights provisions of the Charter and capture them in a single document. It took 3 years to agree on a common vision. On the 10th of December, 1948, the General Assembly of the United Nations adopted the Universal Declaration of Human Rights as a common standard of achievement for all peoples and all nations.
Still, it is the first step in a great evolutionary process. It is the first occasion on which the organised community of nations has made a declaration of human rights and fundamental freedoms. and it has the authority of the body of opinion of the United Nations as a whole. And millions of people, men and women and children all over the world, will turn for hope and guidance and inspiration to this document.
While history alone can determine the historic significance of an event, it is safe to say that the declaration before us may be destined to occupy an honorable place in the procession of positive landmarks in human history.
The Declaration consists of a preamble and 30 articles, with Article 1 powerfully proclaiming that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. No discrimination, right to life, liberty and security. No slavery, no torture or cruel, inhuman or degrading treatment or punishment. Equal protection of the law. No arbitrary arrest, detention or exile. Fair and public hearing. No arbitrary interference with privacy. Right to freedom of movement. Right to seek and enjoy asylum. Right to a nationality. Right to marry and to found a family. Right to property. Freedom of thought, conscience and religion. Freedom of opinion and expression. Freedom of peaceful assembly and association. Right to take part in government. Right to work. Right to rest and leisure. Right to food, clothing, housing, medical care and social services. Right to education. Right to participate in cultural life.
These human rights are not country-specific. They are not a reward for good behavior or particular to a certain era or social group. They are the rights of people of every color, from every race and ethnic group, whether or not they have disabilities, citizens or migrants, no matter their sex, their class, their caste, their creed, their age, or sexual orientation.
The Declaration has generated action for human rights protection in many ways. It has inspired hundreds of human rights instruments that together constitute international human rights law and a number of international bodies and mechanisms for human rights protection. The principles of the Declaration have supported the decolonization struggle and have been enshrined in the constitutions of the newly established countries which have joined the United Nations. The Declaration has inspired national and regional human rights protection systems, including legislation and institutions. And it continues to guide the work of human rights defenders and advocates worldwide. Today, the Declaration is available in more than 500 languages and dialects, and it has obtained the Guinness World Record for the most translated document in the world. The 10th of December, the day on which the Declaration was adopted, is celebrated each year as Human Rights Day. The Declaration emphasizes the relevance of human rights in our daily lives.
Where, after all, do universal human rights begin? In small places close to home, so close and so small that they cannot be seen on any maps of the world. Yet they are the world of the individual person, the neighborhood he lives in, the school or college he attends, the factory, farm, or office where he works. Such are the places where every man, woman, and child seeks equal justice, equal opportunity, equal dignity without discrimination. Unless these rights have meaning there, they have little meaning anywhere. Without concerted citizen action to uphold them close to home, we shall look in vain for progress in the larger world.
Totally agree with Eleanor. Unless we're willing to defend them, they are meaningless. People have to defend them. That will be a continual struggle throughout time. It's not you're never going to be able to pinpoint the day to say the struggle is over.
It's going to be ongoing, and we're faced with that struggle right now. As you can see with this sign behind me, we're demanding due process of law for all, right from our Constitution. That includes Kilmar Abrego Garcia, who the government says made a mistake and sent him to a gulag, a prison in El Salvador, but they refused. The Supreme Court said to get him out, to bring him back, and they've done nothing. We got Ramasea or Ozturk. She, right here in Somerville, Massachusetts, she was pulled into a car. It was like she was being kidnapped. She
was being kidnapped.
Yeah, she was being kidnapped. They weren't officers of the law dressed in giving, supplying
They didn't give her a warrant.
Right, and in both of these cases, this is a mistake. This one, because she published an article in a school newspaper criticizing the school about their treatment of the people in Palestine in support of Israel's war on Palestine. And then we had Mahmoud Khalil, who is a Columbia College student. He's a green card holder. His wife is an American citizen, just had a baby while he's been in prison. He is being, there's not denying it, it's because of his speech. Because of what he said, they are arresting him and deporting him. And then, as we demand due process of law for these three and all those other people that we don't know about have been shipped to El Salvador and put in other detention prisons, we have to demand it for you and me. We need it too.
Because yes, it's a short step from pointing to people who are saying they're immigrants and therefore they're basically saying they're immigrants and they don't have the same rights. Well, everybody has the same rights.
Right.
That's what the Universal Human Rights is saying.
And we have right now, there's a case that just came out. This mother was deported to Honduras with 2 children who were born in the United States, which means they are United States citizens, one 7-year-old and one 4-year-old. And the 4-year-old has stage 4 cancer. And they just shipped them off together. They say the mother decided to take them with them. There was no hearing. They couldn't get to their lawyers. There was no free thought here. These are American citizens, one in a 4-year-old in stage 4 cancer. Where is your heart? This is not the America that we believe in. But
no, it's not.
And it's always been a struggle. So I want to make sure we get this in because I really love Langston Hughes, and we have a poem by Langston Hughes about America, and it's there's an actor that is performing it. So let's listen to this poem about America.
Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plain seeking a home where he himself is free. America never was America to me. Let America be the dream the dreamers dreamed. Let it be that great strong land of love where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme that any man be crushed by one above. There never was America to me. Oh, let my land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath, but opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Say, who are you that mumbles in the dark? And who are you that draws your veil across the stars? I'm the poor white, fooled and pushed apart. I'm the Negro, bearing slavery's scars. I'm the red man, driven from the land. I am the immigrant, clutching the hope I seek, and finding only the same old stupid plan of dog eat dog, of mighty crush the weak. I am the young man, full of strength and hope, tangled in that ancient, endless chain of profit, power, gain, of grab the land, of grab the gold, of grab the ways of satisfying need, of work the men, of take the pay, of owning everything for one's own greed. I am the farmer, bondsman to the soil. I'm the worker, sold to the machine. I am the Negro, servant to you all. I am the people, humble, hungry, mean, hungry, yet today, despite the dream, beaten, yet today, all pioneers. I am the man who never got ahead, the poorest worker, bartered through the years. Yet I'm the one who dreamt our basic dream in the old world while still a serf of kings, who dreamt a dream so strong, so brave, so true, that even yet its mighty daring sings in every brick and stone and every furrow turned, that's made America the land it has become. Oh, I'm the man who sailed those early seas in search of what I meant to be my home. For I'm the one who left dark Ireland's shore, and Poland's plain, and England's grassy lea, and torn from black Africa's strand, I came to build a homeland of the free. The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today, the millions shot down when we strike, the millions who have nothing for our pay, for all the dreams we've dreamed, and all the songs we've sung, and all the hopes we've held, and all the flags we've hung, the millions who have nothing for our pay except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, and yet must be, the land where every man is free, the land that's mine, the poor man's, Indians, Negroes, me, who made America, whose sweat and blood, whose faith and pain, whose hand at the foundry, whose plow in the rain, must bring back our mighty dream again. Sure. Call me any ugly name you choose. The steel of freedom does not stain. From those who live like leeches on the people's lives, we must take back our land again, America. Oh yes, I say it plain. America never was America to me, and yet, I swear this oath, America will be. Out of the rack and ruin of our gangster death, the rape and rot of graft and stealth and lies, we, the people, must redeem the land, the mines, the plants, the rivers, the mountains, and the endless plain, all the stretch of these great green states, and make America again.
So I said to each one of us today, we must never ever give up. We must never ever give in. We must keep the faith and keep our eyes on the prize.
Sound words, and the prize isn't let America be the world that we all dream it can be. Let it be free
We
for
want
all.
those Universal Declaration of Human Rights. You know, thank you to Aldo Billingsley for that rendition. When we talk about due process of law, as labor people, and maybe this is the problem in America, people who work don't have due process of law in the workplace.
No, we don't.
They don't have that right to be, you know, to defend themselves. They could be discarded, thrown aside.
Yeah.
Unless you have a union, you don't have the right to defend yourself. You don't have due process of law. You don't have the right
You don't have
to collective
security
bargaining.
left.
You don't have that. So
Right.
we have to extend it, not just in the political realm, but we have to get it out there in the businesses. We have to make people understand what democracy is, make it part of their life.
Definitely. Do we have time for the
Yeah,
last one?
I think we can just, let's finish this up with America by Ray Charles.
That's good. I'm now going to ask our drummer, because I have to make him happy since he keeps the time for me, to lead us off in this next song, if you don't mind. Oh, beautiful, for heroes true in liberating strife. Who more than self their country love, and mercy more than life and life. What I'm singing about tonight, this America, sweet America. May God thy gold refine, and love it till all success be nobleness and every gain divine. And you know, when I was a little boy, we always sang these words. Oh, beautiful, far spacious skies, amber waves of grain, far purple mountains in majesty. Up on the pretty plain. Wait a minute. America, America. God shed His grace on thee. Oh, yes, He did. And He crowned my good. He told me He would save His brotherhood from sea to shining sea. You know, I wish I had somebody just come a little bit along with me here.
There you go.
That brought tears to my eyes.
Always
It's
does,
just,
Ray. He's got one of the best voices in the
and the
world.
song itself, and to see all those little children, young people.
Yep. And unfortunately, we're out of time, so we're going to say power to the people. And
Power
to
see
the
you
people.
next week.
Power to the people.
Mistakes of the bosses we must pay for. From the cities and the farmlands to trenches full of mud. War's always been the bosses' way, sir. The Union forever defending our rights. Down with the black level workers unite. With our brothers and our sisters in many far off lands. There is power